Hey everyone, this is Chris, and and Kristen a bit. So, update video. There's been too much to update on. I've at times done live videos and kind of vented, and that was therapeutic for me, and I decided to delete those. But basically, after a few challenging weeks where on top of what I was dealing with physical illness wise and with grief with the divorce, I was then hit with, one roommate who had a terrible loss of her child and in utero, and another whose mom may have cancer suddenly, and who just lost a friend very recently, and my mom has dealt with some significant layers of trauma recently that's new to her, and so much has happened, and there's been miscommunications, assumptions, misconceptions with business partners, having those agreements and investing in that, and then them kind of ditching and bailing on the lease and the space and no longer offering the same, and then having to do it on my own, and so much. And I will admit that, yeah, it did get overwhelming in the way that I just knew that I needed several days of a break between the several days of go, go, go. And I felt like that was okay with everything going on. So now I finally, after 2 weeks, have found my anti-anxiety medications. Actually, I have like 6 a day that I can take, and I haven't had any for 2 weeks. That has not helped the immune system, allergies, all that healing, that extra stress, and that I easily am having real severe terror attacks, panic attacks, terror attacks, stuff like that, just out of nowhere. I won't even be just very quickly feeling some grief, and it turns really strong. Anyway, so that's just a couple days of that has really helped me to get rest and just recoup from the holistic level of junk. So that's nice. So this Thursday, I guess the big thing this week is the open house of my business, having its physical location and opening is Thursday, and I'm really excited about it. A lot of the videos that I'll be making for people to, in tiers, whether there's some for free that everyone gets, and then some that are more advanced or intermediate or just therapeutic or whatever, I would love to share with people on my YouTube, or just find a way. Maybe I'll make an additional Patreon, so if you would like to support me for like $1 or $3, you can get access to what I offer in yoga, individualized, really potent functional movement yoga, any type of yoga, and all forms of meditation, but mainly the ones that guide you deeper and deeper into stillness. I've been training in this for a long time, 15 years, and working with people for 10, so it's something that I'm very comfortable with. And even though there's been times that maybe out of depression or other issues, I haven't allowed myself to every day do the practice, the teachings and the education I've had and the teachers I've had are wonderful, and I fully trust their teachings, and I always feel hopeful to remember that I can move back into that if I stop being so self-negative or just turning my grief into internalized failures, where I don't want to take care of some of my daily needs. So but yeah, I would love it if you guys are interested. I can make a Patreon to start linking some of that. I'm also selling like oracle decks including tarot, but some of the oracle decks are anything from like Viking wisdom oracle, mermaid oracle. I have a quotes from Jesus oracle. I mean, all kinds of stuff. And so everybody just resonates with something different, you know, animal oracle, whatever. So I'll be doing video introductions that are real short on the basis of that deck and what I like about it and my review, and then what I'm selling it for. But anybody through my DID community will get a discount on that. I'm not sure how much, but a discount, a good one. Because the things that have helped me a lot, you know, I think would be helpful for others. As far as that kind of visual contemplation that we're good at with DID, and the ability to access meditation for better system communication and to really transmit forgiveness and love to those that are having a hard time receiving it, stuff like that. So I'm new to starting to use that for this, but I know that so many of you have had an awareness of your diagnosis and system for a while, and I feel like this would just bring even more goodness, I don't know, to that. So I feel really short in this video. So anyway, if you're interested in that, comment below. I will post those short snippet videos with the discount price for this community on my YouTube, on my Facebook, which is Alaya Ether, ALAYAETHER. Maybe some snapshots of them as well on my Instagram, The Ether System. One word. What else? Yeah, I'm just really excited doing a lot of the back end stuff right now. Site coordination, PayPal coordination, invoices, tracking of inventory, pricing, all the fun stuff that I actually really like, because I get to work alone and just flow in my own flow, and I really like that stuff. I like the business side of things, and it's not that it's my full nature, it's that that's what I had to do to make money for a long time. And so after a while, you know, after 10 years in upper management of companies, that's easy for me to flow into, so it seems just chill. So looking forward to doing that this week, and just working on marketing, promotions, and stuff like that. I'm super excited. I almost wouldn't even mind like live recording maybe the end of the open house, which I've invested in 3 amazing quartz crystal singing bowls, like those Tibetan bowls, and they are in the frequency of the root, the heart, and the crown chakra. And just whether you're into those chakras or not, those frequencies are a good blend between the scale for healing. And so I'll just kind of guide a meditation that'll move into that sound. So I'll set that up if you guys would like, as I don't know how I'll do it, a video to share in general that I can spread in multi fashions, or a live video, or I'm not sure how I'll do it. Not everyone can make the live video, right? So maybe I'll just record it. Anything else? Let's think. I have no idea what's going on with my husband and I, because we've gone through this very challenging peak of communication that did help actually a lot of stuff in clarification. However, it was so heavy and intense that he needs his time to process. And I ended up making, again, a last offer of only legal separation, and that everything that he needs and that I need can still be done that way. And if he does really feel that we might work out one day, I feel it'd be better to not have a divorce and a remarriage. And I mean, we had a very special wedding, spiritual sweat lodge before, and it was at a yoga farm that we had our first date, and it was very special. And so a part of me is like, okay, maybe he'll consider this, because it doesn't cost him any different, and I still get the same help, and I can wait a year or two, whatever, same thing, and he can divorce me if not, same thing, right? I feel like it's a reasonable, rational, spiritually correct thing to do when you've only been married a year and a half and you've both gone through a bunch of death and loss and, sorry, trigger warning, grief. I think it's going to be okay. I think I'm going to heal, and we've just figured this out, and it's going to get easier now. now. So I'm trying to be hopeful in that, and when I get reminders that that's not happening or opening his heart up, I know I get really, really down, because it's like, well, if that didn't work, oh my gosh, so I don't know how it will go this week with that, so I might do an update with that. Roommate situation is going really well, and I feel secure there until June, and then I have time to save for my place to live on my own after that, or to see what happens at that point. So relieving that stress, and so I feel that I'm going to my group therapy and individual therapy a total of 3 times a week right now, and as well as 2 yoga classes that I missed this week. I messed up the times. Even though they're written down, I just messed up the times. So, but 2 yoga classes a week by that doctor who's a yoga teacher, who specializes in trauma. So I feel that I have a larger support system and intervention in handling my grief and some things, and I've found the meds that help me come to a functioning level more. Not so much chronic amnesia and stress and all that. I mean, I get major stress. I pretty much get short seizures, like major, and then it messes with my memory. But when I feel good, my memory's back. It's not like anyway, so I'm so happy to feel better. So it also helps me not worry that I'm getting very ill with something from self-black care and all these allergies and everything happening. It's like, okay, no, just 4 to 5 days of focused work on this and I feel a lot better. So it's obviously reversible, no reason to panic, and I won't get into it, but I have had some reasons to panic before on autoimmune disease. I'll just leave it at that. And so sometimes it's triggering for me when I'm sick, because I'm not quite sure that anything's going to help. The antibiotics don't help, the steroids don't help, what is it? And I get so panicked, and just need to relax, do what I can do, and do it better and better each day, tiny step by step. So I just feel like the shift suddenly after my therapeutic breakthrough on Friday, finally hearing what I needed to hear from one person ever, which was, yes, your feelings and all of this are valid. Your feelings in this specific trigger that someone might be following you or all this stuff, they're actually valid related to your circumstance. No, you're not crazy. You're not psychotic. All of those things put together would trigger you this way. However, it doesn't mean that's happening, so that's good. And keep that in mind. She threw out some other alternatives of what could be a simpler explanation, and I felt very validated in that she was working with me to help me, not to just label it as a crazy thought. And then she really said that she cared about me, and that no matter how I feel, low or whatever, or off, it's going to stay between us and I'm safe. And I really needed to hear that. And that all I need to do to heal is be honest and focus on myself and my feelings. Not for the last couple of years like I've been trying to go to therapy, but focusing on the chaos around my life, the chronically relationship issues, friendship issues, business issues. It's just chronic issues. And, she's had to address those because they impact everything. You're stressed about life. It impacts everything. You can't move forward in the deeper stuff. So I feel just hopeful and relieved and like, okay, I think I hit the dark night of the soul recently, but I'm out of it. And I learned from it. Like, I see now, I understand now that I didn't understand before, that I can heal. It might take a couple years, it might take however long or less than that, but I can heal. And that's good to know. And I don't have to feel ashamed that right now I need anxiety medication sometimes to be functioning, and down the road I'll need less. And that's not just because I'm crazy or have a mental illness or have anything, or even DID. It's because I'm going through major grief and life transition, and it's okay if I need a little help. So sometimes being really into naturalism and nutrition and holistic healing, it's like hard. I feel shameful just accepting help that is not natural. But sometimes that just doesn't always manage me. And I mean, to be honest, even on really high doses of normal medications, it doesn't always manage me if my life is going really chaotic. So I feel hopeful. I feel that the separation is actually needed for me, even though I didn't want it because of all it might imply of our ruin and never being together again, you know, all that fear mindset that comes up. I actually do need time to focus on myself, to have a safe environment that's mine, that I can be quiet in the morning, in the evening, and to retrain these social anxiety patterns that I even carry over to my husband, unfortunately, and just a feeling of judgment and shame and all that stuff that can really hurt him, and also hurts me to live through it. And so I'm starting to just have some acceptance and awareness that, just like my husband said, this could be the reset we need to work out. And then I thought, why did I lose faith of that suddenly and start flipping out, like I'm losing everything, and it was just so dark feeling. I didn't trust anymore that would ever happen, that anyone would ever love me if I'm stuck like this. But I'm not stuck like this. I'm even today not stuck like I was last week. So boy, that was a painful experience to go through for a few weeks of that type of depression. I'm not even comfortable sharing what I mean. That was not comfortable. And I wasn't super panicked about it all the time. It was just a real interesting place to be in. It wasn't quite what it sounds like. It's hard to explain. It's just more the general realization that, all right, maybe I can try this one more time, but after that I'm exhausted. I'm not sure I can keep doing this. And that's, not where I need to be. So, and a lot of that was, I told them for 2 months, I can't take this medication on time, this antidepressant, so I'm going through withdrawals from it. And so to just release that and have the ability to take them on time, find the right place for them, don't move them, and all this moving transition